Hi, my name is Jose Ruiz, and today I will be giving my long-term review of one of my Apple Watch bands, the Leather Loop. Let's get started. I put the Leather Loop back in its box just for the people who've never seen it in its original packaging, and to show the quality of how this was boxed and how it makes you feel for the price you paid for it. So this band on Apple's website and at the Apple Store is $150, $160 when you put in the tax, roughly. Very expensive, and they make you feel like you've paid a lot. Oh, well, not they make you feel like it was worth your money, but sometimes it just feels like it's too much. All right, well, without further ado, let's just get started. All right, so when you open the box, you usually get papers, which are gone, but they tell you about the warranty information about the band and all the stuff you'd need to know. So what comes in here is a jewelry box. A jewelry box for your band. So it comes in the same kind of box as the Apple Watch Sport came in. Hard plastic shell box with an Apple logo on the top, which is very hard to see. Oh, there you go. There's an Apple logo right there in the middle. So it's a hard plastic box with soft felt material on the top. It says Apple Watch. And inside you get the band, which was wrapped in a lot of film whenever I got it. But this is exactly how it came inside the box. My band is not as worn as I thought it would be after months of use, but it seems to be holding up. I got this band in June of 2015, and it is holding together pretty well. I have no wear and tear on it. Or I have a lot of, normal wear and tear, but the band still looks pretty nice. So let's put it on the watch and let's see how it looks there. All right, here's my Apple Watch. So now I'm gonna take off the sport band that I got on it. So there's these little tiny lozenge, I don't know if I'm saying that right, shaped hole buttons. When you press them, you can slide the band out like that. And let's do this on the other side. All right, there we go. Got the band out. Sorry about that. So, putting my other band up in the Apple Watch Sport box. Good place to store it. So, on this watch, you want to put the shortest side on the top whenever the crown is to your right when you're holding it. I seem to have made my watch put my watch in power reserve. Oh well. So what you want to do is there's these little tiny button, or it's not a button, but it has a soft feel to it. It's like a weird little, sorry, I don't know how to explain this. It's like a bump. I do this all by feel, so can't really see the difference, but you could feel a little tiny bump, and whenever you're holding the watch upside down, that little bump will go up, so that whenever you slide it into the watch, oh, I'm sorry, it's the other way around. Whoops, my mistake. So the little bump has to go up to where the screen is. So whenever you slide it in, it clicks, and it'll be a solid click. Then you got to do the same with the long side. And if I can get this to go in there. All right. Sorry, I've been in trouble doing this behind the camera. It's kind of difficult behind a camera because I've never had to do this behind a camera. So what's going on here? Let's see. I'm sorry, hold on. I seem to have forgotten how to put on my bands for some reason. There we go. It slides in this little trench, and for some reason I was having trouble. I normally don't have trouble, but I was having trouble. So then it snaps together. So to put it on your wrist, you place it down, and there's this little loop you have to run the thing into. The little loop's right here, so you can see it. It's kind of hard, so you got to kind of let the watch hang off your wrist a little bit until you can push it through enough to grab it. Not really the best design in the world, but it is one of the most comfortable one of the more comfortable bands. All right, so now that I've got this on there, you just put it like this, and you let the magnets go, and it connects. This band looks nice. For the money that you pay for it, not worth it. It is genuine leather. I understand that, but the money that you pay for this band just it's not worth it. I think like $70 would be good for a band like this. It's high quality and it seems to be holding up. I haven't gotten very many scratches on the leather or it tear in places like other people have had. I take really good care of my bands, but that's beside the point. I mean, I would wear this working outside and stuff like that, and it still holds up fine. The only problem is that it does make you sweat a lot more than the Elastoma band, which is the one that comes with the watch. I don't understand that because I would think the other one would, but this one actually makes your arms sweat a lot, and it gets kind of annoying. Plus, when you wear the watch too long, it leaves little impressions in your skin, and that's when you got it on the right tightness. I mean, when you got it tight enough on your wrist where it's not hurting you or anything. But the band is pretty nice for what it is. I wish it breathes a little more, but other than that, I really don't have too many gripes on it. It's a good band. It's just not worth the money that it brings, you know, the money that they want for it. So, good band for the money. Built great. Or good band, but not good enough for the money. Sorry. It's built very great, and I've not seemed to have too many problems with it. It is lined with a bunch of magnets, and that doesn't seem to interfere with any of my technology or anything like that. Sometimes it gets caught when it comes out of my pocket, but these are really nitpicky things to say about it. But I only have, you know, I get complimented on it a lot because people are like, you know, that's pretty neat, you know, can I try it on? But the problem is the band, you have to go get measured, or you have to know the size of your wrist to know which band would be good for you. There's a small and then there's a large leather loop. I had to go with the large one, but I actually went into an Apple store to try it on to make sure that the large one was going to be the right one, then I bought it. But with that being said, I can't just let somebody try on my watch, you know, if I want to, like my family member or something like that, because they have small wrists and I'm wearing this band that's huge and it won't fit on them. So, like I said, real nitpicky, but this band's real nice. I would just recommend trying to get a third party band, and I'd recommend not wearing this in the summer, but to each his own or her own. Um, I'm going to be getting a band pretty soon that looks like the Milanese Loop, feels like the Milanese Loop, but it was only $16. So next week I'll see how that goes, and I will post a video about that. I hope that that band breathes well and that it's actually worth the money, because I don't think it's a good idea to, I mean, for people who have the money, more power to you, great. But for people who don't have the money to buy the expensive Apple ones, third-party bands are really good. And if you can find a third-party leather loop that's real nice on Amazon, go ahead and get it. I heard that there's a brand called Moco. Not, yeah, I think it's spelled exactly how it sounds. And they make good bands for the money. You can get all the sport bands for like $16 a piece. You can buy like a handful of them, or probably like, I don't know, 10 of them for the same price as you'd pay for this leather loop. And you could buy the Milanese loop from them for like 30, but I just bought a random one off of Amazon because I want to see if it would work, and it's got a bunch of good reviews, so let's see how that goes. I'll be back with that video next week, but the verdict on this band right here is that it's nice, not worth the money, but if you have the money, buy yourself a Moco band. Spend about $35 to $70. No, not even 70. I think it's like 35 or so for this kind of band. And then, you know what? Spend $70 on a link bracelet, a steel, you know, link bracelet that looks just like the one that Apple sells, instead of spending $450. So, yeah. Hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I hope that I helped somebody out even a little bit. See you in the next one.